All right, everybody. Have any of you ever heard of something called physiognomy? Physiognomy? I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm very bad at the pronunciation. Uh, Physiognomy, I believe is how it's pronounced. I'm sure you've heard of it if you're even somewhat aware of incel spaces online. It's this idea that it's the study of human bone structure, and the idea that, particularly in men, that the strong jawline, this defined glass-like sharp area here, the butt chin, this area here, all of that, that these aspects of the manly bone structure are subject to different aspects of human behavior. Sounds a lot like phrenology. Almost like it does, right? Yeah, it kind of is like phrenology, huh? Anyway, it's a pseudoscience. It's not real. There's no research or data that legitimately backs it up from what I can tell. However, despite that, this video recently, or this tweet recently went mega viral on Twitter and got a frightening amount of likes, 27.5 thousand likes. Porn addict, physiognomy, God, I hate that word, versus sober Chad physiognomy, 4-year difference. So we've got an image of a guy that looks a lot like Critical. In the first image, and then we've got him 4 years later. And he appears to, if we want to just look at it here, his face definitely cleared up. He grew, his beard filled in. He generally got, like, it seems like he got more muscular. He put on more muscle mass. And he definitely got a tan, as you can see. Like, his actual face structure is no different. He's just got more of a clean, steady stubble going now, which happens over the course of 4 years, as you can tell. His skin got clearer, which if you go back and look at my content from 4 years ago, like, my face right now, besides this cat claw mark, my face is pretty damn clear right now. I would have fucking killed to get my face this clear 4 years ago. That just happens when you get older. It gets easier to keep your face clear, depending on your genetics. He's got a tan, which seems like he's a surfer dude, so clearly he's working out. The lighting is better. In this lighting, it's like this really cringy, dingy, yellow, fluorescent lighting he's got on him that's like above his head. And in this lighting, he's looking through a window in his much nicer, like, really expensive apartment with his, like, shark tooth surfer necklace. What it looks like here is this guy was a porn addict who was not taking care of himself, and then he stopped watching porn and jacking off, and then also started taking care of himself, and attributed it all to, well, I guess the porn makes you incapable of taking care of yourself. Listen, chat, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is beta behavior here, okay? These are weak people that are making excuses for their past bad behavior by saying an aspect out of their control was responsible for their appearance and their lifestyle. This guy, no doubt, just based on, like, his, like, if we're being as toxic as possible, based on the fact that he claimed to be a porn addict, like, based on his appearance, the shitty lighting, like, the fact he's got, like, a paint peeling off the walls bathroom here with the shitty yellow fluorescent light, he was probably kind of a fucking loser in his earlier life, right? He was, like, probably right out of high school, right out of college or something, wow addiction, jacking off all day, locked up in his room, a total fucking neat, and then he realized that he was living a very, very problematic, unhealthy lifestyle. Good. And he started living a much happier and healthier one. This likely included working out, getting out in the sun more and tanning, likely getting a better job and making more money based on the background that he's in. Just better lighting in the photo, better phone, obviously, 4 years later. And just generally better hygiene and better lifestyle living. And it seems like in order to make up for the fact that this guy's life sucking back then was because of his own decisions, he has to attribute his past life sucking to an addiction he had no control of. Listen, porn addiction is real. Masturbation addiction is real, both chemically and like growing a dependence on it. That there is science that backs it up. But like, let's be real. Porn was not the reason this guy's life sucked. His choices are why his life sucked. He started making better choices that were unrelated to the porn, and his life got better. But I think, as you can imagine, you're maybe wondering, well, Zan, what reason would he have to misrepresent what made his life so much better? Why would he claim it was lack of jacking off that changed his bone structure, which clearly didn't change? He's just gained more muscle. Guys, I'm like, if you guys want to see evidence of like how much your face can change over time, let me show you guys some of my Instagram posts. This is just what weight loss and age alone can do. Here's a photo of me from January 2020. This is me from January 2020, okay? I want you to let that image sink in. This is me now. The lighting's different, but also like my face structure, all that looks totally different. Weight, age, the amount of like hair on your face, the lighting, so many things can have this effect. You stopped watching porn, I see. Now, like, to be clear, just time has such a massive effect. Lifestyle changes, your diet, how much weight you've gained or lost, they have massive effects on how you look. And to the naked eye, it may look like someone's literal bone structure has changed, when in reality, it's just they've got a little bit of meat on top of the bones, and that's what you're seeing. I'll go ahead and I'll read the thread as we hear this person tell their story. I first saw porn at age 9. By age 14, I watched porn every day. It wasn't until age 16 that I realized porn was bad for me. And I didn't take any action to quit until I was 17. It controlled my life for a long time. I had separated anxiety as a kid. In high school, I had social anxiety. I was scared of what other people were thinking of me, especially women. Ironically, I was obsessed with being as attractive as possible, and that's how I looked. I would freeze up whenever I talked to women, and the circumstances had to be just right for me to approach them. I was bad with women, yet a horrible simp for them, all thanks to porn. Throughout high school, I did a lot of bodybuilding. It was a lot of arms and chest and not enough legs. It wasn't enough to cure the addiction, and I ate like shit. So I wasn't giving my body what it needed to grow. So in 2018, I got into my first relationship. She was 2 years older than me. You know what dudes call high quality women? She wasn't that. Wait, what? You know what dudes call quote-unquote high-quality women? She wasn't that. She had a broken attachment, and the relationship was emotionally unstable. I do like the high-quality woman thing. Entering the relationship, I was 150 pounds. 9 months later, when she broke up with me, I weighed 138 pounds. I'm 5'10". During the relationship, I watched porn. After the breakup, I watched even more. And I used more and more nicotine. This caused the rapid weight loss. My face looked like that because I was stressed 24/7, stressed from addiction, stressed from relationships, stressed from school and work, and I was in a bad place, and it reflected on my face because I couldn't handle it well. I had to learn how to deal with that stress, but that took me years to do. In 2019, she broke up with me. In July 2019, I broke my porn addiction. Then, in January 2020, I watched porn for the last time. But what people don't know, I went straight from porn plus nicotine to nicotine plus weed, based, and my weed addiction lasted 2 years. It wasn't until 2022 in February that I broke free from weed and nicotine. Now that I'm 100... Congrats, at least. Now that I'm 100% sober and able to build back better. Breaking free from an addiction is the tip of the iceberg. It's the best change you can put yourself through. If you want to improve yourself, quit porn, weed, nicotine, whatever it is. And after you break free, move on to phase 2. What's phase 2? Eat healthy, maximize sun exposure, lift weights, fix your attachment, build better relationships, make your own money. It took me 2 years to lay the foundation. Now I'm executing. Now I am executing it. If you struggle with addiction, just know you're not alone. I've been there, done that. I went through hell and overcame hell, and I've helped hundreds of other men do the same with their porn addiction. So tell me, are you ready to quit? Very, very heartwarming. Brings a tear to the eye, doesn't it? So many, just goddamn kind, overwhelmingly thought-provoking words. Just really sounds like the kind of thing that men really need to hear right now. However, that tweet thread is followed up by one final tweet. One final tweet in that thread there, in this massive trending viral Twitter thread here. This is the final tweet. I have helped hundreds of men end their 5 to 35-year porn addictions, all in 31 days. If you're ready to break free and lay a strong foundation, click below and apply to work with me. You'll be porn-free in 31 days, or I work with you until you do. Click. Enroll in the 31-day Quit Porn Mastery Program. And of course, if you go back up and you look at this man's bio, you'll start to understand. I have helped hundreds of men with their 5 to 35 year. It's literally the same exact thing. This guy's whole online shtick is literally an Andrew Tate style self-help, like guru pyramid scheme type thing in order to sucker desperate, addicted, horny, lonely men into like learning how to become chads. Isn't it funny how all of that advice, as good as it sounded, was literally no different than the kind of advice that your parents would give you? Eat your vegetables, work out, do your homework, get a job, and don't watch porn? Like, do you need people on the internet to tell you this? I'm pretty sure more than half of your parents told you this shit growing up. These dudes on the internet will literally make a living telling rebellious white boys the same thing their own parents tell them to do, but in a more edgy, like, reactionary manner. And they'll eat it all up. It's wild, dude. It's fucking wild. Yeah, it's wild how he, like, includes, like, break your addiction to weed, nicotine, porn, yada yada. Very good things if you've got addictions to those things to break them. You know, I'd love to one day be free of my addictions to nicotine and to weed and whatnot. That would be fantastic. But then he includes things like high value women, and of course the general lumping it all in with porn and the idea that porn addiction is like or just watching porn is like the reason for his problems, or maybe it was the reason for his, but I can guarantee you it's not the reason for a lot of people's problems. A lot of people out there who are just fucking losers can easily just rub one out, get up and do something productive, and come back and rub one out again later. It is not just porn addiction that's getting in the way of them and being a productive human being. It's their own bad personal choices, and chalking it up to porn addiction, to a lot of these people, really does seem like, it really does seem like a way to give excuses for being a fucking loser when they were younger. Or for some of them, to make a grifting career off of telling dudes how to not jerk off, I guess. Is it really that hard not to jerk off? Like, I just don't. It's really just that easy. Just don't. I remember having that exact convo with Jordan Peterson fans. It's hard to believe someone can be an adult and never have been told clean your room. Yeah, it's literally like they find the advice their own parents have been telling them for the last 14 years, because usually they're 14 to 15 years old. The same exact advice, but they hear it from Jordan Peterson or whatever their favorite chud is, and they're like, soy! So profound! So new! So controversial! So brave! And it's like, dude, this is nothing special. This is nothing new. Why are you paying for this advice? Anyway, there is no evidence that jacking off changes your bone structure. I jack off plenty, and I nut plenty. I have plenty of sex. And my bone structure, I'd say I'm doing all right personally. I'd say I'm doing all right in the department of bone structure. I'll let you guys judge how the bone structure department is going. But regardless, If you enjoyed this segment and you want to see more from me, please consider leaving a like. It really helps the channel out a lot. It's not a hollow show of support. YouTube buffed the like button, and now it really does boost the channel in the algorithm, and it really does help out. And of course, if you want to support me directly, you can also donate, subscribe, or gift a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or you can support me on YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, or Stream Elements, or Patreon. And of course, finally, you can follow my social medias, all linked down below, including my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and my fan Discord. And yeah, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support, and have a good one.